Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Nico's Wide World of Sports. Today, we're going to talk about the 2026 MLB season Week 5 recap with ABS challenges and a standings update about a little bit more than a month into the season. So let's get right into it. On Thursday, April 23rd, 2026, the Braves defeated the Nationals 7-2 to improve to 18-8, while the Nationals fell to 11-15. Tigers beat the Brewers 5-4. Walk-off homer by Spencer Torkelson. They improved to 14-12 while Milwaukee fell to 13-11. And by the way, the entire NL Central right now is better than the AL Central. The entire NL Central. The Pirates are in last place at 16 and 14, and the Tigers are in first place in the AL Central at 15 and 15. It's crazy. Cubs won 8-7 in the 10th inning. So there are a lot of good games. The Padres, oh my gosh, the Padres, this is crazy. But Gavin Sheets on his 30th birthday hits a go-ahead three-run shot. They were down 8-4 and scored 6 runs in the ninth inning. It's insane. White Sox beat the Diamondbacks 4-1. Dodgers beat the Giants 3-0. There are a lot of crazy games on Thursday. Yankees beat the Red Sox 4-2 in their renewed rivalry. Mets beat Twins 10-8, and the Rangers beat the Pirates 6-1. So there are a lot of good games in it. Let's get to Friday where the Orioles, oh my gosh, got a hit in every inning. And they won 10-3, hitting 6 home runs, including two by Rutschman, who had six RBIs as well, and 20 hits. Brandon Young got his second one of the year. He's now 2-0 for 2.53 ERA. Brian Bayo took the loss at 1-3 and a 9 ERA. The Orioles, you would think, are going to go on a big streak after this, but they would go end up losing the next two to the Red Sox before beating the Astros yesterday 5-3. White Sox beat the Nationals 5-4. Murakami has 11 home runs, tied with Aaron Judge now. Or maybe they're both at 12. Reds won a crazy game 9-8. They were down 7-0. Nathaniel Lowe hit 3 home runs his whole weekend against the Tigers. Guardians beat the Blue Jays 8-6. Martinez has 2 home runs. Rockies beat the Mets 4-3 in an upset. There were a lot of games. The Yankees had 4 home runs. Mariners beat the Cardinals 3-2. They actually swept them. Cubs beat the Dodgers with Dansby Swanson's two-run ninth inning blast. Marlins beat the Giants 9-4 as Hicks and Norby both hit home runs. So going to Saturday's game, the Red Sox beat the Orioles 17-1 with Crozet actually did not give up 10 runs or 5 runs. This time he didn't give up any. He's improved to 3-3 with a 6.30 ERA, and Trevor Rogers took the loss at 2-3 and a 4.75 ERA, and he just got put on the IR as now it's another injured. It's like 11 injured players for the Orioles now. But they should get Holiday and Westberg back pretty soon. Nationals beat the White Sox 6-3 in 10 innings. Mariners beat the Cardinals 11-9. This was a crazy week in baseball. Like Rodriguez, Will Wilson, Cole Young all hit home runs, and Leo Rivas also hit a two-run home run too. Blue Jays won 5-3. I've got to say the Blue Jays have a lot of young players, like especially Okamoto. He's already hit like 5 home runs this year. In the Mexico City series, the Padres beat the Diamondbacks 6-4, while the Padres improved to 18-8. The D-backs fell to 14-12. Rangers won against the A's 4-3. They both were at 14-13. The Dodgers put up 12 runs, and their 12-4 win over the Cubs. And go to Sunday, the Orioles did lose to the Red Sox 5-3, but Henderson and Basayo both hit home runs. Bradish would get the loss to fall to 1-3 with a 4.20 ERA. And then you saw the Nationals and White Sox. The Nationals won. Probably a battle of two of some of the worst teams. Oh, the White Sox are okay this year. Blue Jays beat the Guardians 4-2. Jesus Sanchez hit a home run. The Rockies beat the Mets both times, actually, which made them go to 9-19. And by the way, after that game where the Red Sox beat the Orioles 17-1, they fired their manager Alex Cora, which was big news. But now their interim manager is a guy from AAA. And now if you go to Monday's games, there were a couple games. Rays beat the Guardians 3-2. Red Sox beat the Blue Jays 5-0. Twins beat the Mariners 11-4. And then you have the Cardinals beating the Pirates 4-2. The White Sox beating the Angels 8-7 in a crazy game that had like a big rain delay. Padres beat the Cubs 9-7. And after their loss on Sunday, the Phillies fired their manager, Rob Thompson, leading them to a 2022 World Series. as a pennant. He had like a 580 win percentage. He had a great career with them, but now they have a new interim manager, and it's Don Mattingly, who used to be on the Marlins. Orioles beat the Astros 5-3 yesterday. Shane Baz had a good outing, going five scoreless innings. He improves to 1-2 for 4.50 ERA, while Tang takes a loss at 1-2 for 2.75 ERA, and Ryan Helsley has seven saves already. Mets destroyed the Nationals 8-0 as Juan Soto destroyed his former team. You have uh the Cardinals and Pirates crazy game 11-7 St. Louis. Blue Jays beat the Red Sox 3-0 as they got back on track. Yes, Savage, who was postseason hero last year, and he was a rookie. He improves to 1-0 and has 0 ERA, while Varland has four saves already. White Sox beat the Angels 5-2. Murakami hit another home run. And former Orioles Sir Anthony Dominguez already has seven saves for the White Sox. Mariners beat the Twins 7-1. Josh Naylor and Cal Raleigh go deep. Cal Raleigh, who hit 60 home runs last year, now has, I think, seven right now so far. And now you have the Marlins beat the Dodgers 2-1. Even though Ohtani pitched, his bats did not help as he fell to 2-1, but only has a .60 ERA. It's crazy. Because Jose Soriano is a .28 ERA for the Angels. Ohtani's the 2-1 with a .60 ERA. That's incredible. Now we can go to today's games. And there are a couple. The Nationals are destroying them. That's 13-2 right now. Orioles game versus the Astros got postponed as a doubleheader tomorrow, and I'm actually going to both the games. Cardinals and Pirates are tight in the bottom of the ninth, 5-4. D-backs lead 4-2. The Royals and Athletics just started. But for games today, White Sox beat the Angels 3-2 in extras, but Mike Trout hit his 10th home run. Mariners beat the Twins 5-3 with a 3-run ninth inning as they get back to 500 while the Twins are really absolutely falling right now and 13-18. Rangers beat the Yankees 3-0. Blue Jays destroyed the Red Sox 8-1 as they improved to 14-16 and the Red Sox fall to 12-19. As Brian Bala 1-4 with a 9.12 ERA. Fisher is 2-0 and 1.59 ERA for the Blue Jays. Marlins beat the Dodgers. That's 2 out of 3 they took. Crazy to think because the Marlins have like the lowest payroll in the league, and the Dodgers have like the second highest payroll in the league. Cubs took 2 out of 3 from the Padres with a 5-4 win in the heavyweights of the NL. Rockies beat the Reds 13-2. The Braves just beat the Tigers 4-3 on a walk-off. And now the whole AL Central, I believe, is below 500 after that loss. The Giants and Phillies got postponed, so now there are going to be 17 games tomorrow. Giants Phillies game got postponed today, so now there'll be two doubleheaders tomorrow. So I'm going to say, like, looks like it's been a crazy week in baseball. Let's look at the ABS Challenge system. As Teoscar Hernandez is the only one that's perfect in batter ABS Challenge leaders, as he's 4-for-4. But Bogart's 6-for-7, and Pete Alonso for the Orioles is 5-for-6, along with Davis Schneider. Pitching ABS leaders, Freddie Peralta and Max Fried are both 2-for-2. Catchers, PJ Higgins for Cincinnati, 4-for-4. Del Castillo for Arizona, 3-for-3. Sebastian Rivera for the Angels, 2-for-2. Jefferson Cuero for the Brewers, 2-for-2. Mitch Garver is a good 10-for-11. Ivan Herrera for the St. Louis Cardinals is 9-for-10. Dylan Dingler's 13-for-15. Carson Kelly is 12-for-14. So there's actually a lot of good ones on there. As Kansas City Royals ranked number one in batch all success. Pitching success, the Red Sox are number one, and the Orioles are number one with 100%, and the Tigers are number one in catch success. I'm, and now if you look at the standings so far, I think we have to reload it now. Or the Tigers did lose, so now I think the Guardians are now in first, so now it looks like that whole, except for the Guardians, every team is below 500 in the AL Central. The Orioles so far at 14-15. Only behind the Yankees and Rays are the only two good teams in the AL right now. Everyone else is pretty mediocre. The A's are in first place, which is a surprise over Seattle and Texas. The Angels have lost six in a row, as we know that they weren't that good. The Astros are trying to climb out of their slump. The Braves so far have probably been the best team in the league, 21-9, along with the Reds, the Cubs. The Dodgers and Padres, those are probably the five best right now in the NL. If you take a look at the overall standings, the Atlanta Braves are now 22 and 9, I think, after that walk-off. And then Detroit fell to 15 and 16. And they've been the best team. So far, they're 11 games better than their rivals, Phillies and Mets, who they thought they'd be competing with. Every team has at least 10 wins, but not every team has 10 losses. Braves, Yankees, Dodgers, Reds, and Padres are the top five in the MLB so far right now. Well, that's going to do it for this week's video. Hope you guys love watching Nico's Wide World of Sports, and I'll see you guys next time.